What you're about to watch is a news parody. Its stories are not fact-checked, its reporters are not real journalists, and its opinions are not fully thought through.
Let's face it, we went into hot big time to bring that WNIT, those WNIT games to USD, and it certainly was a great thing. But it cost us an awful lot of money, and so here we are, faced with a difficult situation. So,
in keeping with the plans we made with Mr. Denny Sanford, we are making amazing strides in the world of medicine. This determination has led us on a journey, allowing us to work with some of the best minds in healthcare from around the globe. And this week, Sanford Health is cementing its place as a world leader in medicine. Watch for more to come on this exciting announcement.
We've already ordered the signage and everything. We're going to be University of Sanford within 90 days.
Tonight on the Red Report, breaking news.
You just saw it there. The University of South Dakota is becoming the University of Sanford.
That's our top story on the Red Report, which begins right now. Good evening, I'm Nathan Finster.
And I'm Kathleen Surrey. Let's get straight to this breaking news. The university is going to undergo some name changes starting soon. The Red Report's Andy Hartman looks into what the changes entail.
The WNIT championship game brought a lot of excitement and experiences to USD, but getting the bid cost the university more than some may think. Going along with selling the name of the new sports arena to Sanford, President Abbott has decided to sell the naming rights of the entire university to Sanford in order to earn back the money.
We haven't had any offers from Trump or anybody like that, but we do have Sanford, and so I think it makes sense for South Dakota, it makes sense for Sioux Falls, and if it makes sense for South Dakota and Sioux Falls, why doesn't it make sense for USD? Everybody knows South Dakota, so really do we have to have that in our name? I don't think so. So University of Sanford sounds kind of good.
Along with naming the university Sanford, Abbott is also naming all buildings on campus Sanford as well, which is causing some confusion.
I'm in the honors program, and I don't think even that has prepared me for this. Next year I'm living in the Sanford building, and I also have several classes in several other Sanford buildings, so coming to college, I already had difficulty finding my classes in buildings that had different names.
Another issue is the naming of the dorms.
I used to work in the BD Mix side, now I work in the Sanford side. Like, what does that even mean?
But President Abbott is confident that the students will adapt.
You know, since every building in Sioux Falls is already named Sanford, I think they should be pretty much used to it by now. I don't think this would be a big surprise.
One concern that has come up is the new name of the Munster University Center.
The fact that the Muck is now the Sanford University Center and it spells out suck.
With the new change, students are scrambling to find a silver lining.
Now that it's Sanford University, I don't know, it sounds close to Stanford, so that could be an interesting prestige benefit.
For the Red Report, I'm Andy Hartman.
We'll have continuing coverage in a moment, but first let's check in on the headlines with Crystal Schoenbauer.
Well, the search is over for a new president at SDSU. After spending more than $400,000 on a search consultant and logging close to 2,300 miles, SDSU decided to just go down the hall to hire Barry Dunn, the current agriculture dean. Today, Sanford Health announced they'll be making a $1.2 billion bid for the naming rights of Mount Rushmore. Senators John Thune and Mike Rounds introduced legislation in Congress just moments ago to change the name to Sanford's Mount Rushmore. And this just in, SDSU's new president is announcing a massive campus redesign. He calls it Campus to the Farm. Reports indicate they'll integrate the cafeteria and student union into a farm-like facility. Feeding troughs will replace the outdated table and chair model of eating. And in the weather, this is a live look from our Sanford Sky Cam of the Sanford Coyote resident halls next to the T. Denny Sanford Hospital. Today, it's raining. Tomorrow, it will rain, and it's expected to rain for the next few days. Sunshine arrives Friday, May 6th, when classes and residence halls close.
Thanks, Crystal. As school comes to an end, the summer construction season begins. This also means the start of construction on the new Sanford Complex that will be replacing North Complex in the fall. Some students say they're concerned over the expected increase in dorm fees and the Sanford takeover.
I'm kind of sad about North Complex being torn down to be the new Sanford because I think a lot of memories are here. It seems like you have to say Sanford before everything now.
The project is set to begin on May 15th and will be funded by Sanford and Premier Bank Card. In addition to private rooms similar to Coyote Village, this new facility will feature Minute Health clinics on every floor.
Continuing our coverage of the historic university name change, already there's backlash in the University of Sanford community over the school colors. Sanford Health's logo is very close to SDSU colors. To see how the administration plans to resolve the issue, we sat down once again with President Abbott.
Does it bother you that Sanford's main color is blue like SDSU?
Well, isn't it like powder blue though or something? I don't think it's exactly SDSU blue, right?
I don't think so.
So I think we can live with that.
Okay.
And we might have to change to blue, red, and white, but we'll just kind of put a little, let's say a little tiny strip of blue if we have to do it that way.
Abbott says Stanford's marketing team is working on a few different logos.
And now breaking news just in the Panama Papers. A set of documents that expose thousands of offshore financial activities is including South Dakota State University as one of the entities that have been using offshore tax havens. The Red Report's Kenzie Wagner and Caitlin Brown have more.
Recent evidence suggests SDSU funded its new stadium with money it hid from the public's eye, burying it in accounts based in Panama. An anonymous source says that once the Panama Papers were leaked, it was only a matter of time before SDSU would come under fire.
After seeing pictures of the new stadium, I knew something was off. How could a school like SDSU afford something so nice? It just didn't make sense to me.
A former USD leader says that SDSU's involvement is shocking.
I think it's absolutely appalling that they would stoop so low as to use offshore accounts to pay for what they deem as a fancier stadium when obviously the dome is the best.
Zoss says SDSU's involvement could mean lower recruitment numbers in the future, or even closing enrollment at SDSU.
I think the Regental institution shouldn't allow students to now go to SDSU. I think they've had their last freshman class. I think they're done.
For the Red Report, I'm Kenzie Wagner.
Still ahead, a major warning, how your next selfie could kill you, or at least give you head lice. The story when the Red Report returns.
Sport management students are excited for morning classes on Thursdays after Drown. Sport management students are learning to improve their writing and grammatical skills.
Man, I've been working on this paper for way too long.
They are always punctual and on time.
This was totally due yesterday.
Sport management students learn to give thoughtful presentations with confidence.
My presentation is on Sports Illustrated and why women can enjoy it too.
What you're about to watch is a news parody. Its stories are not fact-checked, its reporters are not real journalists, and its opinions are not fully thought through.
Welcome back. As President Abbott announced earlier, USD will soon become the University of Sanford. Once the news broke, it didn't take too long for vandals to steal letters from the old signs. And tonight, the search for the letters continues. The Red Report's Michaela Feldman is live in the muck with University Relations spokesperson Tina Haraldson to discuss the investigation.
The University of South Dakota sign on the southeast side of campus was vandalized once again over the weekend. Tina, this isn't the first time the sign has been vandalized. What does the university believe is happening to the letters?
Well, I'm really not allowed to comment on that, but we're doing some further testing on the evidence that we have accumulated.
An H was found on the ground near the sign. Does the university believe this was an isolated incident to a USD student?
Well, we were able to obtain some DNA from the H that was found on the ground, and I'm really not allowed to tell you much more about that except it wasn't human.
And some people have speculated about maybe the letters are being sold someplace. Can you elaborate more on this?
Well, we've had some researchers working on the pattern of the letters that are missing. There were 9 letters, and we don't think it spells any words in English, so we're suspecting it could be aliens.
And are the letters more important to a certain vowel or a certain letter, say like an H or an E? Is one more valuable than another to the university?
The weird thing about this is that other southern universities have had the same letters stolen, so we think it's a nationwide problem.
All right, thanks for joining us today. The letters were originally replaced except for an H. For the Red Report, I'm Michaela Feldman.
Thanks, Michaela. Group selfies are a popular pastime for many college students across the country. Sharing picture-perfect moments with friends is an ongoing trend in a selfie-driven world.
They're just so much fun. It's really great to connect with my friends that way and to show everyone what a good time we had the night before.
While selfies have their social benefits, a new study released by the Sanford Center for Disease and Control says group selfies are causing head lice to spread at alarming rates.
I don't think it's a really huge concern. I've heard that if you keep your hair washed, it's fine. And my friends are my squad, and we're tight. We're not going to get into that life.
The Sanford CDC says the source of this group selfie lice problem is thought to have started in Brookings.
Last fall, the Sanford South Dakota Game Fish and Parks Department issued hunting licenses to help control the Vermillion worm cat population. The GFNP is now reporting that the plan has failed miserably. Not only has the worm cat population increased since the time the licenses were issued, the department now warns that the cats have become hostile towards USD students. GFNP officials say the best way to avoid cat attacks is to travel in larger groups and to stay as far away from the back of dominoes as possible.
Still ahead, heartbreak here at the University of Sanford. Student reaction on the cancellation of a big-name rap artist when we return.
Going to be a windy day all day long. Again, that wind advisory in effect. So bring in some of those fall decorations. The ones that make
That's crazy. Think we're still going to have class today?
Oh man, I did not want to do this stuff. I gotta get to my camera. Guys, it's safe in here. Let's go. Is everyone okay? I just got an email from President Abbott. We still have class.
What you're about to watch is a news parody. Its stories are not fact-checked, its reporters are not real journalists, and its opinions are not fully thought through.
There was major controversy at last night's Cab concert. The Red Report's Brandon Promeny has more.
Sioux Falls rapper Coyote canceled his show at the Dakota Dome in Vermillion on Tuesday due to the way he was being accommodated and treated backstage.
I specifically ordered some Butterfinger bites. Like, it's not that hard. They ended up giving me Snicker bites instead.
Coyote is famous for songs such as It Ain't Easy Being Coyote or I Am the Best, and of course, everyone's favorite, Peanut Butter Honey Time.
I love Coyote. He's the embodiment of art and poetry, a modern-day Shakespeare.
When we spoke with Coyote's manager, Kip Goodman, he had this to say.
We told him, Coyote's allergic to Snickers. He just doesn't like him. And we asked Butterfinger and said, like, that's being reasonable. It's like, we're not saying don't put this there, but put something else. I get in there and I see Snickers. This is just unacceptable. This is disrespect to my client. No, we will never perform at a place unless we have at least 2 packs of Butterfinger, not Snickers.
For the Red Report, I'm Brandon Promeny.
And tonight on the Red Report blog, Andy Hartman has a personal message from the heart for everyone.
Let's be real, guys. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. I've got to make you understand. I'm never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. I'm never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye. I'm never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Just keep that in mind over the summer. For the Red Report blog, I'm Andy Hartman.
Thanks, Andy. The campus is getting a new pool in an unexpected place. Find out where, coming up next.
Are you tired of all the disgusted stares you get in public when you're just trying to enjoy a little afternoon snack? Well, worry no more. With the Bloodsucker 2000, you're only a minute away from that tasty treat you deserve in the privacy of your own home. The Bloodsucker 2000 comes with an easy-to-use remains dispenser. What you do with the remains is up to you, but your pets will love it. If you act now, you will receive the Bloody Blender that allows you to take your treat wherever you go. Similar Bloodsuckers cost more than $200, but you can get yours for 4 easy payments of $19.95. Just pay shipping and handling.
What you're about to watch is a news parody. Its stories are not fact-checked, its reporters are not real journalists, and its opinions are not fully thought through.
Tonight on Red Report Sports, a former USD coach comes out of retirement. Plus, yet another new athletic complex is coming to campus. I'm Kayla Dorhout.
And I'm Levi Goods. Find out the latest on the missing WNIT trophy. And in the Red Report Sports Commentary, Cassie gives us her take on a new USD initiative. First, the headlines. Crystal?
Kobe Bryant will become the next head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers announced on Sunday that former coach Byron Scott won't be returning next season, and Bryant will be his replacement. Bryant played all 20 NBA seasons for the Lakers and calls this opportunity a dream come true. He'll be introduced as the new head coach tomorrow afternoon. Tom Brady's checked into a hospital after suffering what his agent calls deflated ego. On Monday, Brady's suspension for deflating footballs was reinstated, and he'll miss the first 4 games of the 2016 regular season. Since the announcement, bruises have appeared around the quarterback's ego. Brady's expected to appeal his suspension, but it will have to wait until he's completely healthy. The NHL is under federal investigation after it wrongly called both Minnesota and Chicago's potential game triangles off. The FBI says they're looking into the connections between NHL review officials and Las Vegas bookkeepers. The FBI says that 3 of the review officials' names were illustrated in the books, but can't determine if they're related to the Minnesota and Chicago games at this time.
For USD students, Fake Joe Glenn is one of the more popular parody Twitter accounts, so it's not surprising that new women's basketball coach Dawn Plitzuite already has a parody account created in her name. The Red Report's Heath Nimke is live in the muck with the creator of the latest fake account.
With the hiring of the new women's head basketball coach, the fake Twitter account is getting started. I'm here with the creator, who was asked to keep her identity a secret. Thanks for joining us today.
You know what, Heath? It's a wonderful day to be in the muck, wonderful day to be a USD student. Thanks for having me.
How do you think your fake Twitter account is going to compare to ones like Fake Joe Glenn?
I would say even comparing my Twitter account to something like that is completely invalid. My Twitter account is going to be such a revolution because I'm like a modern day gossip girl. I'm gonna be hiding in the booths in the muck. I'm gonna be under your tables at your class periods. I will get you the stuff that the students want to hear. I will get you the information students need to hear. And I will do it in a funny fashion to get the kids through finals and awake during class.
It's a fake account, but do you have any real advice for the team?
You know, I don't really know what else they can do. They gave that coach all they could all year long, and she still just gave it up for money. I say find a coach that's going to actually love and care about school spirit rather than moolah.
Despite the fact that it's a fake account, are you worried about dealing with real feelings?
You know, feelings and emotion go hand in hand with humor. You can't have peanut butter without your jelly.
All right, thank you. Well, you heard it here. I can't wait till the new fake Twitter account comes out. For the Red Report, I'm Heath Nimke.
The Coyote Athletic Department revealed plans today for a new swimming and diving pool. The teams will begin competing there in the fall semester. With all the other teams competing in new facilities next season, athletic officials say that it's only fair to build the swimming and diving teams something new as well. The pool will be located under the turf in the dome.
I'm excited. I can't wait for us to put 7,000 people in the stands and really show the Vermillion community what we have to offer our swim program here.
The swimmers and divers were happy to hear the news.
The swim team is very excited to be getting a new facility. The dome is undergoing many changes, and we're just very excited to be included in the new updates and processes. It's almost like Christmas for us. It's actually better because we feel like the university appreciates us and loves us.
The pool will be named the Sanford All-Star Aquatic Complex. Construction is set to begin as soon as spring classes are done and will continue through the summer.
The WNIT Championship Trophy has been missing since April 11th. Vermillion and University Police have been investigating the stolen trophy over the past 2 weeks, and they believe they found a lead on its whereabouts. Officers say they don't have a person of interest yet, but received an anonymous tip indicating the trophy might be in the Lincoln, Nebraska area. The USD women's basketball coach Dawn Plitzuweit is in the headlines for her new job. But on Monday night, Plitzuweit made the news for another reason, throwing a party in her Coyote Village home. Police say that after her introductory news conference, Plitzuweit threw a large party in her temporary Coyote Village home. The police report indicates numerous loud music complaints as well as fire code violations for overexceeding room capacities. A Coyote Village resident says he saw President Abbott and Athletic Director David Herbster in attendance, but that can't be confirmed. Police let Plitzuweit go without any charges, but a plea agreement requires her to take the women's team to an NCAA tournament next year. Following the announcement Monday of the new head women's basketball coach, Coyote Athletics announced that a familiar face has a new job as an assistant coach. The Red Report, Amy Schufer, has more.
USD's former head football coach Joe Glenn took to Twitter announcing his nomination as a new assistant coach to new head coach Dawn Plitzuweit. I had the pleasure of talking with some students about Coach Glenn's nomination for this upcoming year.
Yeah, I was definitely surprised by his nomination, but knowing his background in sports, I would say he'll make a good candidate.
Coach Glenn says retirement is great, but I miss the South Dakota Coyotes, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Coach Glenn wants to return to coaching no matter the sport. For the Red Report, I'm Abby Schieffer.
Last week, the USD track team began their season at the Lilly Bridge Track Complex for the first time at the USD Twilight Meet. While the event was a big success and the Coyotes dominated the meet, there's concern there were too many records set that night. Summit League officials are now worried about the upcoming May Championship events. Officials say that because there were so many records set, opposing teams are asking to move the event because they feel the complex gives USD an unfair advantage. SDSU has been leading the move to change the meet's location, but Summit League officials say they won't make a ruling until next week. Last year, the NFL moved its annual draft from New York City to Chicago. As part of its new plan to host the draft in different cities across the country, the NFL announced yesterday that the 2017 draft will be held in Vermillion. Roger Goodall says the attendance at women's basketball games during the WNIT and brand new athletic complexes makes Vermillion the ideal location. Goodall says that getting smaller towns more interested in the NFL can only help the league moving forward. The draft itself will be held in the Sanford Dome, while the new Sanford Coyote Sports Center will host musical performances and other activities during the 3-day event. In the Red Report commentary this week, Cassidy Cornell shares her thoughts on a new diversity initiative at USD.
In the United States, there's only one professional sports league in which at least 50% of the players are not of a single race or ethnicity, and that's Major League Soccer. In every other Major League sports league, at least half of the players are of a single race or ethnicity. Diversity in sports is a pressing issue, and sports fans are calling for leagues to take on the challenge of diversity and inclusion in sports. I think that Sanford Health's Diversity in Sports initiative is an incredible opportunity for international students. Sanford will now provide funding for international athletes to travel to Vermillion in order to compete here at USD. The Diversity in Sport initiative pays for all travel and living expenses for international student athletes. Sanford Health will work will work in conjunction with USD's Center for Academic and Global Engagement. Take the USD women's tennis team. All of the athletes are from abroad. They've come here to America to pursue their athletic dreams, and that's exactly what Sanford hopes to achieve with this new program. This will be a great program for any international athlete to get involved with, especially for Canadian athletes, as the Canadian dollar is at an all-time low. Canada only has one university that currently competes in the NCAA, so this would give athletes more incentive to go down to the States. And international competition will give top-ranked college athletes more experience. The Sanford Health Diversity in Sport Initiative will bring student athletes of all races, cultures, and ethnicities to USD. Coming from this Canadian, opportunities to diversify are great, and a little friendly foreign competition is just an added bonus. For the Red Report, I'm Cassidy Cornell.
Thanks, Cassidy. Coming up next, we show you what happens when you don't put your best foot forward when entering contests.
Introducing the Multi-Tool Unlimited. Years of research and development has created a versatile tool that helps with the everyday lives of regular people. Made from a fine aged mahogany tree, this item allows you to shut the door, open the curtains, dial a keypad, wash the dishes. It's microwave safe, and it will even help you get rid of those annoying people who won't stop bothering you. With 5 easy payments of $24.99, this item can be yours. Call today.
What you're about to watch is a news parody. Its stories are not fact-checked, its reporters are not real journalists, and its opinions are not fully thought through.
Every student and department at the University of Sanford has the opportunity to enter contests that showcase their work. In this week's Coyote Short, we find out what happens when you don't put your best foot forward.
What's with the camera? Just doing a day in the life video for one of my classes. What are you up to?
Just exporting this video for Coyote News.
Were you wearing that Wolves jersey in it?
Of course I was. You know, you gotta represent Minnesota.
Oh, you know you're gonna ruin contest, right?
Man, contest. They're here. Tell my pet porcupine, Skittles, I love them. And if you ever find this camera, don't ruin contest.
Thanks for watching. Remember, it's not real news, it's the Red Report.
That does it for us this semester.
And before we leave you, we want to remind you to try out for Coyote News.